Let me read the 12th para. In his agitation, the king did not wait to summon his officers, but ran towards the wood. Plunging through the undergrowth, he fought his way till he came to a clearing. There, before him, was a temple of Chandika with some sort of human sacrifice in progress on the steps. A man lay on the ground, his arms raised for mercy, and a menacing-looking barbarian stood over him, brandishing his sword. In this paragraph, let me tell you, as he heard the plaintive call that under his rule also there were sacrifices going on, he ran towards the temple of Chandika, seeing what sort of human sacrifice was in progress there. A man lay on the ground with his arms raised for mercy, and a barbarian stood over him, brandishing his sword. "Stop," cried the king, shocked at the sight. "You wretch! You dare threaten another's life in my realm." The barbarian dropped his sword in terror and fell on his knees before the king. "O noble one, have mercy. I am the leader of a troop of barbarians that live in this wood. My little son has fallen prey to some disease and is on his deathbed. If I kill this man, the gods will be pleased and save my son's life. If you prevent the sacrifice, my son dies and the rest of my troop will give up their lives with him." Let me explain here in this paragraph where the king tells, "You wretch, why are you doing such a thing in my rule?" By hearing this, the barbarian drops his sword with terror and falls at his feet to the king and says, "O noble one, have mercy. I am the leader of this troop of the barbarians that live here." He tells him that his son has fallen a prey to a disease and is on his deathbed. So if I don't sacrifice, my son will die and the rest of my troops also will give up their lives. Let me begin with 14, 15 and 16 para. The king glanced towards a bundle on the temple porch and presumed it to be the sacrificed boy. His heart was torn with confusion and compassion. "This man whom you desire to protect," continued the barbarian, "was wandering about alone and friendless in the forest. Is he of more value to you than this child with whom many persons are connected?" The victim sat crying on the ground, a look of terror on his face. Tears fell from the barbarian's eyes. "Sir, tell me what to do," he cried. "I cannot see my son suffering this way." Now let me explain the 14th para. Here, when the king glanced towards the temple, he saw a bundle on the porch and presumed it to be the sacrificed boy. His heart was sad and confused with compassion. The barbarian asked the man, "Whom will you save? Whether the victim who is alone and friendless in the forest, or my child whom many persons are connected to?" And later he sees the victims who sat up crying, looking with terror on his face. And the barbarian's eyes were full of tears, and he requests the king, "Sir, tell me what to do. I cannot see my son suffering like this." Next para 17th, 18th and 19th. The king spoke firmly. Do not be distressed. I will save your son as well as this victim. I offer my body in sacrifice to Chandika. Kill me, O barbarian. May these two persons live. The barbarian, struggling between incredulity and fear, took a step backward. Sir, you are the king. Your life should be protected at all times. Do not pity this victim. Let him die. His life is of no significance. 19th para. The king shook his head impatiently. If I can use my body to stop a killing, why should I not do? Do not speak another word, kill me. Here in the 17th para, he tells the barbarian, do not be distressed. I will save both your son and the victim. And I will offer myself to Chandika. Kill me. May these two persons live. Whereas in the 18th para, the barbarian is struggling between incredulity and fear. He takes a step back and tells, Sir, you are the king. How can you give your life for the victim and the child? He tells, let the child live and let the victim die. His life is of no use. The king shook his head impatiently and he tells him, use my body to stop a killing. Why should I not die? Do not speak another word. Please kill me.